Welcome everyone. This is another vlog that I'm doing, and today is a little bit about, taking action and why we need to take action in the right time. And as you know, I've been sick with corona for quite some time, but officially since I got tested, it's been like 12 days, but then I also was sick before, but as it doesn't count in this very case, which I wanna share with you. So, as you know, I mostly do choreography, but this time, as we have Corona, I decided I will come back a little bit more to dancing, and I offered myself for an opera production. I went to the audition, and I was taken in. There was, I don't know, 3 months ago. The production is called Platé, and it's by Theater an der Wien, which is like a part of a quite important conglomerate of theaters in Vienna. So they took me in. They, they sent me a contract, and I signed this contract. So I have a contract with a signature, and this contract doesn't have any special case for Corona because this actually is illegal. So if your employer gives you some kind of case like this, it is illegal. Actually, what stands in the contract is that you have to tell your employer when you're sick. So you have to do this Krankenstartmeldung, and this is a kind of paper that you should get from the doctor where it confirms you were sick from this to this time. Yeah. And of course, in this case of this production, I was, supposed to start on the 2nd of November, but they delayed it to the 9th of November because of the shooting. On the 7th of November, I went there to get tested because they provide the tests for the employees, and I was tested positive. And as soon as I was tested positive, the day after, or 2 days after, I got information from a friend of mine that I was already replaced. So they already didn't count on me to be in this production. And afterwards, only like few hours later, when they already knew that this person that they replaced me with can do it, only after they inform me that I'm actually out. And how they inform me that I'm out: "Dear Hegin, I'm deeply sorry to hear that you tested positive yesterday, but as it seems it was no surprise to you, as you had already lost smell and had fever. You now have to quarantine for 10 days and you will be officially registered as infected. This bad news also means that you cannot start your contract with us. Most people don't test negative after 10 days, but take much longer. And as we had already started a week later, we now have to be very quick to catch up with the work. Also, this choreography cannot be rehearsed with one dancer less. It's a complicated net, as you saw in the video. I hope we can work together in the future on another project. Now, I can only wish you to recover soon, to develop only mild symptoms, and to get back in form as before. With my best wishes." And that's the production manager. So I was in a state that, for a week I definitely couldn't think. I had to lay in bed. I was really unable to take any action, but I managed to contact IG Freie Theater. They told me that they will help me with an email. So then they formulated a special email that I should write to the employer, and I wrote it. They ignored me. Then I wrote to like a higher, to Geschäftsführung, to like the main boss of the theater, let's put it like this. They ignored me as well. And only now, after I really feel a little bit better, Only now I can actually really take action, and I called an institution that is called Arbeiterkammer, which is there to help workers in Austria. And I showed them my case, and the fact of the matter, as I said, it's really important to react quickly enough because I'm just on a deadline. What they told me is that if your Krankenstand is longer than 14 days, if the work is delayed longer than 14 days, then according to something that is called Theaterarbeitsgesetz, which is theater labor law, they can actually withdraw from the contract and only pay you for the time you were sick, up to 6 weeks. But however, if your work is delayed for not more than 14 days, then they have to what do they have to? Then I'm entitled to some kind of compensation. So luckily, I am in the second case, and yeah, and I guess it looks like I will have to take some legal actions in this case because, it's kind of not cool to be fired just because you're sick, and it's kind of not cool to be fired and when the theater is just doing their production despite the fact that there is a pandemic. So they keep on going. So they accept that it exists, but they don't treat the workers accordingly. Like, it's a huge institution. Like, I don't know. It just makes me so angry to just think about how fucked up this whole industry is. Like, you really cannot treat people like this. Like, if you decide to do your production despite the pandemic, you have to take care of your workers. And I just feel like they just throw me in the garbage just because I'm sick. So I don't know. What do you think about it? I will definitely take an action now, and I will definitely try to get at least some compensation from it, because I feel this is super unfair. And we as dancers, speaking from the point of view of dancers, like, we are treated as disposable, replaceable working units, and it shouldn't be like this. Like, there is no production without dancers, as they stated clearly. But if there is no production without dancers, why treat the dancers like shit? Especially after the contract is signed. So I'm really, really glad that I first of all, that I was not sick for too long, that I had the contract signed. I think this is really important. And that, and then that I started contacting all these institutions in time. As I said, I'm on the border, but it's like I've never been in this situation. Like, I am almost never employed. I'm always self-employed. Like, this is one of my first employments, and I really don't know what to do. But it seems like I'm learning a lot very quickly. So if you're also in this situation, don't think like you're nothing, because I think if you have a contract, you have some rights, and we should definitely, stand behind it. And those institutions, they have a lot of money, and, they're funded by the state. They are funded by the state because they fulfill certain kind of quality. So they got the money because they promised to deliver a certain kind of quality. And this means artistic quality, but this also means the quality of employment, achieving certain kind of standards of treating people. And I think it's really important that they fulfill those standards. Otherwise, what the hell? Yeah. So, I'm going on the possibly legal route soon. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. Wish me luck. And I hope this is informative to you. And yeah, don't let yourself be treated like shit. Have a wonderful evening or day, and see you next time.